Are you including yourself in that 14?
What's that?
Are you including yourself in the 14?
No,
Okay,
that's so weird. Maybe somebody left. Maybe people
maybe.
left it. They were like, oh my gosh, this person is like being an idiot.
Or maybe they're having technical problems.
Yeah, that too. That too. So what's your message?
So, my message is as a person with multiple disabilities, I have experienced many issues engaging with web pages, images, videos, social media, and meetings. Sometimes I stopped interacting with that digital content for that reason. I help entrepreneurs identify and fix ways their digital content may be unexpectedly preventing their audience from engaging with them.
Okay.
And I did not look at my script on that I have on computer.
Claudia, were you in a room with somebody?
I was by myself, so we had
Oh, see, Jen and
conversations.
Claudia were supposed to be together. That's what it was. I think some people left in the process of me having some technical difficulties. So, oh well, I'm sorry. So what's your message? Well, we'll wait till everybody comes back and then you can share. All right.
Just like putting us on the spot there, huh?
Yeah. So I am asking if anybody wanted to, we're not all back yet. So let's see. All right.
I'm loving the balloon.
Yep. Sometimes she doesn't.
I know.
All right, everybody's back. Yeah, it looks like we did lose a couple people in my issues that I was having. So I apologize for all the technical difficulties. I totally get it. I get the technical difficulties. And that's what we make it easy. And so that when you're trying to tell your message and you're trying to get your message out there, that you don't need to worry about that. And that's why we're working on that here. Because even if everything goes crazy, you still know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
So, does anybody want to share? I know Claudia didn't get a chance to share, and Jen and Claudia weren't in a room with anybody else. They were supposed to be together, but oh, you either, Katrina? Okay. All right. Do you guys want to share what you said since you didn't get a chance to share to someone else?
I'll
Claudia?
share.
Okay.
I'll share. So what do? I help women remember their brilliance, their awe, and we do this through transformation through remembering, um, remembering their value and remembering their awe.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to share? Katrina, do you want to share?
Sure. So I wrote down, I've had the honor to walk beside people navigating their most tender turning points and darkest seasons, times when old patterns, unexpressed emotions, or unresolved pain quietly shape the present in ways that no longer serve. With grounded spiritual presence as a master gestaltist, I create a field of safety and unconditional love where clients feel deeply seen and gently guided into alignment, wholeness, and transformation.
Hi. All right. So I didn't get a chance to share. So I'm going to share with you what I do. And as a woman who has been in the industry, I have been in the broadcast industry since I've been in high school. So over 25 years. We could say over 10 years if anybody wants to say that with me. So that's good too. So I worked behind the cameras. I directed, I produced, I did all the technical things. But being in front of the camera, that was hard. That was really, really hard for me once we got started. A lot of people will say to me, but Amy, you're so good on camera. You know how to talk to the camera. You're so like, you move, you're not worried about what's going to happen. Well, there's a reason for that because I was the one telling the on air talent how to do it, where you need to look. Make sure you're connecting with the camera because if you don't connect with the camera, you're not going to connect with the person who you're talking to, whether you're on Zoom or whether you're not. So that is what I do. My name is Amy Morazes. I live outside of Philadelphia, about 45 minutes in small little town called Pottstown. And I have two grown children. One's still living here. The other one just moved out not that long ago. So I'm almost an empty nester. We're getting there. It's close. It's close. So, before we get started, I was thinking about this. I have a really important tip for you guys. And this is really easy and nobody ever thinks about it. And the results that I get sometimes are like mind blowing. People are like, "What do you mean?" So I want you, before you press that button, before you even start thinking, "Oh, I have to go do this." Not that you have to, you get to go do this video. I want you to clean your camera. When's the last time you cleaned the lens on your camera? Oh my goodness. So get a little, there you go. See, Jen has one. If you have a little, anything just to go and get over it and clean it. So I have a lens. So here, so you can just rub it over, and you want to clean that lens because honestly, we are using it's just like dust, dust collects everywhere. And especially if you're using your phone, honestly, that should be cleaned. Like, I don't know how much, I don't know about you, but my phone gets really messy. Not messy, but I mean, like, if you're talking on it, it gets sweaty, and that's where the camera is. Like, come on, they should have put it somewhere else, right? So it's not right there. Anyways, just keep cleaning those lenses, and it's so much clearer when you're on that, when you're talking. It was so interesting the first time I ever said that, and someone went and did it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, do you know how much better I look? This is amazing." So yeah. So we did that. And does anybody tell a difference? I can tell a little bit of a difference. You? Yeah, definitely. It definitely got clearer. So when when you shared what you did anything seem that it was, your answer was a lot? It was a lot of words. You weren't like, you were just talking. Some people will say like word vomit, like, you're just like going. And then, was there a point, or even, was there a point that when the other or you were listening to the other person, did you get lost in what they were saying? Was it too much? Was it too little? Or were they doing awesome? So, yeah. Okay. All right. So I just want to, want you to think about, okay, so Kristen, you said that you're part of the message. You think that it's not enough. So what isn't enough about it? Do you think that it's the audience that you're talking to? Do you think that it's actually what you do? And Claudia, I guess that would be the same thing to you. You're not confident about talking about me. And that's so interesting because I tell a lot of people, you know what you do. You're the expert at it. You really are. Like, I don't know what you do. Well, you said what you do, so I know what you do. But what do you really do? What is the transformation that you're making with the person that you're talking to? So, I know that there's a bunch of coaches in here. I know that there's some people who have a brick and mortar place. There's financial people. I'm not sure what some of the other people do here, but you're all here. So you have to think about what does the other person want to hear? Who you're trying to sell to? What is that message that they want to know? Because, so I had a client a while ago, and I'm going to preface this with, I have never been to Disney World, never been to Disneyland, never done anything Disney. And she was doing these videos, and she was a travel agent. And so she was going down, recording everything, coming back, she'd do a voiceover. And I told her, I said, you really need to explain exactly what you're talking about, because I don't know what that was. And honestly, I couldn't even tell you what it was. It was something having to do with getting on the train, or I don't even know, those people who go to Disney. Are there any Disney fans here? No Disney fans. So see, you don't even know what I'm talking about. But I was like, you have to talk to the person about, because I think, I don't know, it was a special name. It was, I guess it was called like a tram or something like that. And it was probably called something different. But I was like, what is that? Oh, the monorail. Maybe that's, but I think there was something else with it. I have no idea, but I remember watching it going, I don't know what this is. And she goes, well, everybody knows. And I was like, no, because you're trying to reach me. I'm your audience. You're trying to tell me how to go to Disney World. So when you're talking about what you do, people don't need to know, I want to say like what's going to happen. It's not like, I guess they want to know what's going to happen, what's going to change with what they're doing, what's going to be the result that they're going to get. And that's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear about how you, honestly, they don't want to hear how long you've been working in where you've been working. They don't want to hear about how you do something. They want to know the transformation. They want to know what's going to be great about what I do. If I go and work with her, what's going to happen? Okay. Yes, they want to know what it is in for them. Okay. Jen, you have a question.
I just wanted to comment that some of us are in it, to us, it seems very standard language.
Yes.
And but for other people, they may be in that environment, they may be experiencing what you're talking about, but they don't use the same words, or they never even heard some of these words. And so that is something that you need to consider, because when I forget who it was, one of the ladies that went first, the one who was in the car, um,
Oh, she left. Yeah. Okay.
when she gave her thing, I'm like, I don't know what half the things are that you're talking about.
There she is. It's Katrina that's down there who turned off her video.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And it sometimes gets lost. You know what you're talking about. You know what you're saying. However, somebody else might not really realize that. So you have to talk. You know how, did you ever hear like you should write in a, what is that, seventh grade reading level? You have to like think of it that way. So if you're using like big words, nobody's going to listen to you. I'm not going to listen to you. Maybe other people will listen to you. And maybe that's the audience that you're trying to reach, are the people who are using those words. So I guess sometimes like you do want to use the big words. So next we're going to talk a little bit about confidence. So I know some of you have had have said about confidence has been one of the things that stops you from doing your videos. Now, there are two different things. So we have the confidence and we have the clarity. So the confidence is getting on and saying what you want to say, and the clarity is knowing what you want to say. So it's confident for you to like show up and be there. But then the other thing is that you need to be clear on what you do. So which one are you stronger at right now? Are you stronger at showing up, or are you stronger with your messaging? Do you feel that your messaging is good, and you need more help with the confidence, or is it the message? Which do you think you're better at? You can put it in the chat. If it's camera confidence and you're good with getting on the camera, but talking about things, you just keep rambling, put camera. If it's message clarity, then put a message in the chat. Or if it's a little bit of both, which I'm going to guess that it's both, or it's going to be close to both, put that in there as well. Some of you are going to be both, some of it's going to be good. Yeah, okay. Oh, you feel good about both. That's great. That's great. So glad to hear that, because that is so important to be very clear with the clarity. Okay, so Connie said both, Carolyn said the camera, Virginia both for Jen. Clarity is in the message more than confidence. So okay. So to be confident to show up on camera is that you have to start doing it. because the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. You're going to be, it's going to start feeling natural to talk to a little itty bitty thing. And I know that. And the one thing I can tell you is if that is the one thing that is hard for you to look at the camera, I would recommend putting something next to the camera lens. You could put a picture of someone, you could put a picture of your friend. I use Rudolph. I have a little Rudolph and he sits up on my camera next to my camera. So I'm looking at someone and it's going to be Rudolph. Christmas is my favorite time of year, and that is why Rudolph is my favorite. I have a little story about that, but we can connect about that later. Okay, so Jen said my issue is more about whether I'm speaking at the level of my audience and not using too much technical terms. Yes, right. And that's what we were talking about. Like you have to dumb it down. You know, have you ever heard about KISS? KISS? Yep. Yeah. Keep it. So some people say keep it simple, stupid, or other people say keep it stupid, simple. So I kind of like the stupid, simple.
Yeah.
Because if it's stupid, I mean, you're just making it simple. I don't want to call anybody stupid. So stupid, simple makes more sense to me.
I think we should get rid of those stupid and put succinct.
Well, see, people would have problems saying that word. I would have problems saying that word. So I'm
Yeah.
going to stick with stupid, simple. Oh my goodness. Keep it simple, sweetie. I love that, Melanie. I love that. That is amazing. So our messages feel scattered. Our messaging feels like maybe you're not so in sync of what you want to do or what you want to share with people. So, you know, we try to say a lot at once. Who thought that they said a lot? Like, did you think that you were saying a lot, or did we hear somebody saying a lot when you were talking about your message? Or do you think that was good? You think it was a good amount of words?
Can I say something, Amy?
Yeah.
Crystal and I got chatty before we even got started. And so all of a sudden we were like, oh my God, 60 seconds. So like I have no problem speaking about myself in front of the camera or anything like that, but I very clearly was talking like a New Yorker who can't shut up, but I needed to get it all out before she took a breath because I didn't have enough time. So for sure, and I don't see her now, she left.
No, she had to jump off. She said she had a client. I was thinking, I was like, where'd she go? But yeah.
So I would ask her
Yeah.
than asking me in this situation.
Right. Yeah, I guess at this point it would be like listening to the other person. Did your other person talk a lot? Like, was there a lot of words? Was there a lot of jargon? You know, a lot of explaining. Did you explain, like, was there a lot of explaining that somebody was saying or that you feel like you were saying because you're trying to explain what you do to somebody else for somebody else? So, yeah. Virginia said, I think it can be hard when you don't know exactly who you're speaking to. And that is so true. That's when the ideal client comes in. And when the ideal client comes in, that is something that is, you know, that's where we start like focusing in. And the one messaging that I love marketing. So I do some research on this. And, I think about McDonald's. McDonald's doesn't send out one marketing message because if they did, they would not be they probably just would market to the kids, which they're not allowed to do anymore. But I don't know, when we were younger, I don't know how many advertisements would you see that were for Happy Meals and what the Happy Meal toy was. But then on the other side, you're going to see where people go through and they could get, I don't know, what was that, like dollar cheeseburgers? It probably was cheaper than that, when we were younger. But then we'd see commercials about that. And they're messaging to two different people, but they're very clear as to who they're actually messaging it to. So Virginia, like, you would want to talk to, I guess, the parents to bring the kids in, right? And then so I said about the marketing to the kids, you have to be very careful with that. You cannot market to kids. You have to market to the parents. Right. So Virginia said they have multiple um, clients. Um, so each message that you're getting out there would have to be specific to who you're talking to. So if you're talking to the parents about coming in and painting an ornament, that's what you're going to talk about. You're going to talk about how they're going to come in and they're going to paint a memory that's going to stick on the tree. I don't know, something like that. I'm kind of like making it up here. So I want you to write down on page 6 is what words actually describe what you do. We're not thinking about our ideal clients right now. We're talking about what you do. Yeah, the descriptors. And I guess this is more, hey Wendy, I guess this would be more about what are you changing for the person? What is the transformation? That could be something that you think about. Let's see. Kristen and Claudia, did you figure something out or do you need some help? You're good? Okay. Kristen, are you good? Or do you need some help?
I think so. I think I get caught up in like describe what you do versus like so that's like I support, I educate. Is there more than that? Like and then should I like I'm all about like honesty and judgment free and things like that. Is this the time where you can include some of that, or is that for another area?
No, I would think that is what you're giving people. You're giving people
Okay.
What are you giving people? Are you giving people freedom from,
Mm,
what they're feeling? Are you giving
okay,
them a sense of belonging? Are you
sure.
giving them community? Are you giving them peace of mind that their stuff is going to be correct?
Are
All
Yeah.
the
you
above.
helping to get rid of their self hate or the bad self-talk?
Yep.
Like helping them to change their self-talk.
Hmm.
Yeah. Kristen, can you tell everybody what you do?
I wrote down one sentence and I said that I'm a financial coach for entrepreneurs looking to grow and gain accountability. So I help entrepreneurs move from disorganized to organized systems as far as tracking and building financial teams for entrepreneurs that are looking to expand or ready to take that next step, but just need that little bit of accountability and guidance. So I need to write that down. Whatever I
I
just
was gonna
said.
say, you said a lot of really good words there, it was like,
That was
okay.
different than what I said to Virginia. So.
Okay, all right. Well, I am recording this and I'll send it out. So if you need to listen to what you
You.
said again.
It's like at 11:38, right? Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
Amy,
welcome.
can I ask a question?
Yeah. Yep.
One sentence. How many commas and ands and like I'm really having a hard time making it one. I made it one sentence.
Right.
It's a little bit of a run on, but I'm afraid to take anything out of it.
Okay, so how long is it?
Can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna have to read it since it's different than what I normally say. I help
Yep.
overwhelmed women in the messy middle create clarity by lovingly removing the literal and figurative clutter in their lives.
Oh, I love that. I
Okay.
love that. Yes. Yes.
Which is
Sometimes a
shorter than my
semicolon.
typical pitch, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I
Okay.
actually feel that with working with you, Melanie, that's exactly how it feels.
Ah, blessings. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So did everyone figure out their one sentence? Did you write your one sentence from the words that you created? Like Melanie did? So from that framework of what we just did and wrote down that sentence, we're going to take that one sentence and we're going to think about what you're leading with right now. Like, what is your offer that you have right now? What is the one message that you want to lead with? And you could use that sentence that you just wrote.
Ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I didn't follow instructions and I wrote two sentences.
That's
and
okay.
But like I guess I have like a little bit of trouble there because I guess I can tell you what the two sentences are and then tell you what my problem with
Okay,
combining
go
them
ahead.
is.
Yep.
Okay. So I reconnect people via community to establish a sense of belonging. So there's like a social club piece to the business. But then there's another like large piece of the business where it's the second sentence is I introduce cultural ideas, art, music, and literature. So like I can combine them like, but it sounds like a little bit jarbled. Like if I say like it's a cultural social club, it doesn't really work because the social club piece is more about like establishing a rhythm of talking with when it's starting out with women, but it will probably go to other areas. But it's like reestablishing like a virtual tea time with women so that they feel connected to each other. And but then the other aspect of it is like kind of that curiosity for culture and new ideas and that piece.
Right. Okay. Can you tell us what you do? What is your business?
The name of it is called Relume, and so it's really like a club that you know like the premise of the club is those two things, like is to you know have like a social connection with people. And so we do like virtual tea times, in-person tea times, salon nights where cultural aspects are introduced, like art, music, literature, people with ideas that I call them like luminaries, like people who kind of help others do things, like that sort of thing.
Okay.
But it's like a membership that you join with, but then you're invited to all the events.
Right. Okay. Okay. So I'm wondering if maybe the messaging could be more like, what are they getting out of it? What are some things that they're going to feel? What are they going to feel?
Okay.
What is something that they're going to come? They're going to go to this meeting. They're going to go to this online tea party. What are they getting out of it? So they're getting out of it community. But what's the sense of community? Like, what are you trying to build? What does that feeling feel like?
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm thinking maybe I should change that, for describe your business in 4 words or, in those words. Maybe I need to change that to feelings because it feels like we're talking about a lot of feelings here. Like, yeah, let's bring the feeling in. What's going to happen? What's going to change their life? We're working with you. And that's the transformation. So I'm going to make that note and I'm going to change it for next time. So we have the one message that you came out with and you want to lead with. And who is this message for? Like, who are we talking to? Are we talking to people who are we talking to parents? Are we talking to business owners? Are we talking to people who have not internet, sorry, websites? Are we talking to people who want to do yoga or are we talking to people who want to clear their minds? Are we talking to people who don't want the scattered brain? Who are we talking to? Because that is going to That's going to craft what kind of video, what kind of intentional video are you going to create where you can tell your one message to the one person to bring them into your one offer. Because every time you do a video, there needs to be a call to action. That does not mean that it has to be it doesn't mean that it has to be a paid offer. It doesn't even have to really be an offer, but you want them to interact. You can put if you're sending them to a link, put the link into the comments, or you can also tell them to comment in your video. So if you when you use your video and you're using your messaging and you're having your message out there and you're getting it out there, you don't want to introduce yourself first. Because a lot of times when you're talking on social media, they already see your name. It's already there. They already know who you are. They already know where they could click to go see more of you. And a lot of people, unfortunately, don't really care who you are. They want the transformation. People don't come to me because they knew who I am. Connie started working with me. She didn't know who I was, and she's one of my top clients now. So she wanted to know how I was going to help her create the videos that could help her business. And how can we incorporate that into what she's doing right now? And a lot of times with the messaging, I will go and create, well, not create, when I started saying my messaging, I started using this one phrase, and you might have heard it from, I can never remember her name. But she starts off saying, you should start saying as a woman who, or a woman as. And I have been trying to get the word help out of there when you say I help, blah, 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 because everybody says that. Now, everyone is starting to say as a woman who, so now we're getting into the same thing. But if there's something that you could start off with, something that doesn't say, I do this, you could explain where you came from to what you're doing now. So in my messaging, I say, as a woman who worked in the broadcast industry for over 25 years, I see small business owners, I see women struggling to create those videos because they're not confident that they're saying what they need to say to connect with that audience. And I do that through having workshops, having cohorts, and having a membership. So that's what I do. That's how I enclose it into one. And then after that, I would say something along the lines of, if you want more information or you want to know about my workshop, I'll put the link in the comments, but also let me hear what you're interested in. What part of my workshop are you interested in? And that will get them commenting. So you grab the attention with the messaging, and then you grab them because you're wanting them to engage with you. So you have those two things. So does everyone have a message? Like, do they have their couple sentence message? I might have just said one sentence, but is there something that is something now clearer now than when you arrived? Is it different from what you said earlier? Which do you like better? No. So I was gonna say, I did not look at some of these. Let's see.
I like what you were saying just now, because I mean, I put my sentence in the chat,
Yeah,
but I start off as, as a former corporate recruiter for 2 decades, I now guide small business owners in creating a strategic, repeatable, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
process.
Yeah. No, and I like that. I really do it because it catches their attention. It catches people's attention as to what exactly you're saying. And when you're even when you're in a networking event, if so many people stand up and they start saying, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I help people feel better and blah, blah, blah. And then that's what it starts sounding like, blah, 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 blah. So there's things like you can ask questions, especially when you're in person. Like that's one thing that was always like good for me to grab people's attention, but also say different things in your messaging. Like, I know it's an easy way to start with saying I help. But let's get a little bit more creative, and then we could grab the clients. Because once you start grabbing the people who are interested, you're going to have them following you. They're going to be one of your clients so that you make more money. And isn't that what we're all here for? So we want to make more money. And the way we do that is telling our message so that people understand what we do and how we can help them. And Carolyn, I do like I said, I do really like what you said. Let's see if you're often here to turn you back into Gandhi. Okay, so Connie, I have no idea what that is.
I know. I was kind of being funny because that's part of my book. You know,
Oh,
how I
okay.
went from being a Gandhi driver until something happened and I was a Genghis Khan. I just like to have fun, you
Right.
know. But I've got another one. I think I want your opinion on it, but it's like, have you ever noticed how it's so easy to feel kind and nice to people until someone cuts you off on the road? So that's sometimes I'll start out with something like that.
Now, see, I like that better because I can relate to that. What you wrote in there, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to turn into Gandhi. Okay.
I love
See,
it,
see, you
Connie.
weren't talking to me. You were talking to Melanie. Melanie got it.
I got it.
So I'm probably not your ideal client then, is what I'm thinking there. So at least for what you're talking about there. Does anyone else want to share their message or what got clearer to them or what feels simpler, lighter? Does it feel lighter? Does it seem easier? Did I make it harder for you?
I just have a question. Why is it so
Uh-oh.
damn hard to nail this why or the what? Why is it so hard?
You know, I think it's because we know what we do.
Huh?
You know, we know what we do. We do it. And then it's like trying to explain to someone else what we do. Like I think you started saying in the beginning, you don't like talking about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's what you said at the beginning. So I would think that's a part of your confidence that you need to build within yourself.
Right. Worthiness or worthlessness.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I would say, think of yourself. I am worthy. I am worthy of getting clients to come to me. That is something that is given to me, and think it that way. When I talk about confidence a lot, it's a lot of reflecting on yourself too. So one really quick thing would be you can go and write a little post-it note, grab a post-it note, write a little sentence that's something that you like about yourself. And read that before you go and press that record button.
Yeah.
Something that you like about yourself, something, and then even practice looking into the camera and smiling and saying, I am the smart, beautiful woman. I am the person who's going to get this done because I know what I'm talking about. I'm experienced. So it's those things. It's really like self-talk to yourself, because whether you're on video, whether you're in person. Now, is it just talking on video or is it even talking in person? It's
just that message.
Okay. It's just the messaging about, okay. Yeah. So it's really just trying to get clearer. The biggest question I always not like is my why. Don't ask me what my why is. I have no idea. I do know now. Now I'm just like, you know why I do this? Because I want women to excel in what they do so that I can do what I want to do when I want to do it and how I want to do it. And I can go work wherever I want. And that is my why. it took me 8 years to figure that one out. So I get it. I get it. I would start working with coaches and they'd be like, so what's your why? And I'm like, because I didn't want to work in the broadcast system with guys anymore. I was tired of it. Like, I don't know. So, yeah, so I guess I forgot to say there will be an offer, and so I'm going to share my screen right now. So I have right now going on, I have a cohort of with video with intention, where we talk about the confidence, we talk about how to show up on camera, we talk about how to make things so that they seem easier and fun, because we want to have fun. If you're not having fun, why are you doing it? If it's not fun to be on video, even though I'm going to tell you, yes, they say video is king. I'm going to say video is queens. We are queens going on there and doing the video. But if it is hard, if it does not feel good, if it just feels heavy, if it feels heavy, then maybe video isn't the way you're going to grab the people. And the other thing with video, real quick, is that the video doesn't always have to be you. You can do a talk, you can do a voiceover, you can show other pictures, you could show what the art projects are that are going on. You can show websites that have the disability, I don't know, Jen, I always forget how they can interact more with the websites having disabilities. So it's that kind of things that we work on and we figure out how to make it work. So I am hosting another cohort. It's starting in May, and I know that's a little far away. However, where is my share my screen? They move everything on me all the time. And I'm just doing the wrong thing here. So it's starting in May, but before that, I'm also having bingo. And what bingo is working on your confidence, and it's a game. It really is. We had a lot of fun. Let's see, Jen, you were in bingo last time, right?
Yeah.
So
I didn't get through all of it, but it was fun, and it actually was it was straightforward tasks to do, but each session, although it might have been something little, it was do this task, but this is what you're going to benefit out of it. And over time, it definitely just got us on camera more often and got us realizing like you're actually breaking down these huge web workshops and breaking it down into little steps, which I loved.
Yeah, they were really quick. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know you said you didn't get through everything, although you got bingo. But I would have to say they were like 10 minutes at most.
Oh, yeah.
It was
some were
quick,
even like 2 minutes.
easy things. Yes. So that also, when you sign up for the cohort, you get the bingo, and you also get to have two extra sessions with me. They're hour sessions where we will go over what you're doing in your business right now. Let's see. Oop, I shared the wrong screen. Stop share. Okay. You guys see that now? It should be popping up right about now.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, great. This is a 3-month guided experience. So we have 3 months together. We have weekly, well, I will say weekly trainings. Our modules are every other week. And then we have co-working time. And during that co-working time, you can bring anything in that you're working on, and we'll work through it. And there's going to be training in there. It's not that it's not training. It's just not the module training. It's not my training. It's what you need. It's what you want. And it's time that you can, like I said, stop overthinking your videos, work on your messaging, create those videos to reach your clients so that you can make more money. So this course is like a $15,000 course. I have seen people pricing ridiculous amounts if you're working with video coaches. And for your investment, it's normally 1,997. And since you're here in the workshop, I'm giving you $300 off for the next 72 hours. So it comes down to just 1,697. And I said there that it includes one 30-minute session. Well, no, it includes two 1-hour sessions with me. One you can do in March, one you can do in April. And then in May, when we start, you get an additional 3 one-on-one sessions with me, along with all the other times that we're working together. And if you'd like to do a 4-month plan, that 4-month plan does include the $300 off. So it's $425 for 4 months. And just thinking about it, if you start it now, I could break that down to 5 months, which then it would be under $400 a month for you to work with me. And we would start working now. Even though the cohort doesn't start until May, we're going to start working on things right now. So if you're interested, you can scan that code there. I will put the link in the chat. Oops. No. So yeah, I'm going to say, don't stress the tech. Don't stress it. It's not worth it. You want to be working on how you feel when you show up. You want to be working on how you connect with the audience that you're talking to. So here is the link. I think I'm going to need somebody else to do the back end stuff because this is driving me nuts. So does other people have, like, do you do workshops? Anybody else have workshops online?
I will be.
Good. Do you have somebody else doing your tech here?
No, not yet. And I guess I shouldn't ask you for help either.
Well, yeah, clear. Well, no, I wouldn't be focused on what I'm doing, which is putting all these links in here and having everything ready. And yeah, I do, it's unfortunately, it's been a day. I found out this morning that a friend of mine passed away.
So sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, Amy, I used to have someone do tech for me all the time when I did workshops. And then I started doing small groups. I was like, I don't need him.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's true.
Right.
And sometimes it's not.
Yes. Yeah. I know. I think the last workshop I did, I was pretty good with everything. Everything was really good. And of course, this one, it seems like the tech has been all over the place right now. And it's probably because of everything that has happened. So
you're allowed. You are allowed.
So, and then if anybody wants to jump on a call with me, we can also do that. You're welcome, Connie. I will see you later this week. So, we have... Oh, that was nice from Claudia. Thank you, Claudia. I appreciate you. So do you have any other questions?
Thank you so much, Amy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
See y'all.
Glad you could make it.
Thanks, Amy.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Amy.
You're welcome. Good day.